Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving fine numbers with even numbers of digits. So this problem is pretty straightforward. It's basically what the title says. So if we are given an array of integers, we want to return how many of the integers contain an even number of digits. So if we look at this example, we return 2 because 12 has 2 digits, which is even, and 7,896 has 4 digits, which is also even. So we return 2. And if we look at this example, we return 1 because 1,771 has 4 digits, which is even. So we return 1, and the rest of these are odd. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. Quick side note, because of the constraints that each number would be 100k at most, we can technically hardcode by checking if each of the elements are within these ranges, and then the solution will be linear time, but I don't really like hardcoding, so let's go over how we can solve it without hardcoding, even though the solution may not be as fast as linear time. So one way that we can solve it without hardcoding is we can iterate through each element and take the log of each element and floor it to the nearest integer and then add it by 1. And if that number happens to be even, then we increment the result by 1, and we'll continue that until we come to the end of the array. So let's go through this example real quick. The int of the log of 12 will be 1. Add 1 is equal to 2 is even, so increment result by 1. This is 3, so we don't increment result. 1 is odd, so we don't increment result. 1 is odd again, so we don't increment result. And this is 4, which is even, so we increment result by 1. And now we have come to the end, so we can return 2 as our result. So the time complexity would be O of n log m, where n is a number of elements and m is the number of digits in the largest number, because that would be the number of digits that we have to log through. And the space complexity would be O of 1 because we are not using any extra space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we will initialize result to 0, and now we will look through nums. So we'll set the digits to int of log and make sure it's the 10th power of n and add 1. If we mod by 2 and it's equal to 0, which means it's even, then we increment the result by 1. And after the for loop, we can return result. See if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. I thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.